We're also doing First Technology Challenge, so I have about 25 kids that are actually working on the challenge that's going to be December 14th. So, but yeah, all hands on deck. And for us, because we're not a class, so it's not that the team members really get to know each other, because they're not always in the same class, so that's why I have all hands on deck meeting. And I'm actually a very task-oriented person, and I mentioned that what I'm going to do is have more fun for our kids. So we do karaoke, we have a game that's called Catchphrase, that's kind of a kick in the pants. We've got some other fun things that we'll be working on. So besides, and I think it says a lot about it, is that creating that teamwork, that camaraderie. Because I don't know what it's like in your schools. Franklin High School has 1,300 students. They live quite a few different neighborhoods. Some people choose to go to Franklin, so they commute quite far. They have to take the public transit system. Seattle Public Schools is cutting down wherever they can. So it's really important to get that camaraderie, whether you'll see the different groups we have, but independent of the group that you're in, it's really important for the kids to know each other as well as know the mentors. I run about 15 adults on my team because we are very privileged to build at the Microsoft Research Facility. So we are in a secured facility. I must have a Microsoft employee escort us into the facility. I'm a contractor there, so I cannot escort people, but full-time employees can. Here's the work. Communicating. For us, because we meet, right now we're meeting Wednesday nights and all day Saturdays. During the season, you'll see us meeting probably Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and Saturdays. So our night starts at 6 p.m. We quit about 10 p.m., which means the kids get home between 11 and 11:30 p.m.
This is, okay, so run it back. So you're doing that now?
Yeah, so we're running the First Technology Challenge, which is the smaller 18-inch robot using, instead of custom designing parts, you have to use the first kit. It's the First Technology Challenge, the FTC kit. And they can either program in LabVIEW or NXT or WorldOC. So, but it's a way for our kids to get used to some mechanics.
You're doing that now?
We're doing it right now. So that was the phone call because...
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 6?
We're doing the FTC, we're going to try to do it Wednesday and Saturday. So, but I'm sure we're going to probably add a Friday because December 14th we have to be ready to compete. FRC we do Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And then last year, there were 2 weeks that we ran Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But on the added days, I don't bring the whole team. I bring the team that has a task. Because the build team is the biggest task. That is definitely the biggest task. Anybody know about PB Wiki? Peanut Butter Wiki? It's free. It's a wiki, and so what I did is I brought up an example of the wiki because it's a web page. You don't have to be an HTML programmer, although you can use HTML. And we do things like, so for example, on our wiki, this is how they can get a hold of us, because a lot of people don't remember to read their email. They go, oh, where do I find them? This was actually last year's information. On the sidebar, which I changed, I can put down like meeting dates, meeting times, very easy to use. It's passworded, so for the school security systems, I'll tell you what not to do. Our wiki is xbot.pbwiki.com. And since it starts with an X, the school system blocked us, but one of my mentors is the security guru at Seattle Public Schools, so they opened it up for us. Seattle Public Schools does not allow students to have emails. They can't even access their email at Seattle Public Schools, and that's the reason I use a wiki, because this is how I can get to the kids. I'm not in a school, this is how I can get to the kids. So it's pbwiki.com, and it's free, it's real easy to use. I actually have 2 students that we've given the contributor password to. I'll take it back. Because I have 2 different passwords, I didn't want everybody to be a contributor. I'm paying $99 a year for that. So I have a student that is actually creating all the pages. Let me see if I have the page up. Yeah, so here's an example of the wiki page. So this is my animation team, and boy, they're very organized. Here are their meetings. This was last year, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. They had a note, only 2 more weeks until animation is due. Here is their homework. This part was here is their homework. We have a bigger problem with transportation, so on the wiki, the kids have their phone numbers, who they're carpooling with, and where we're picking them up, and what time. So, and then this is the sidebar that you can change. So the sidebar is, everybody asks me, how do I get to the lab? What's the phone number to the lab? These are the 2 gentlemen that are running my session today. I don't believe, yeah, I didn't capture the other page, so that was my FTC page. Yeah. But anyway, that's the wiki. And so this is really nice. I like it. All right, so back to, okay. So if you, nice, inexpensive way. Meetings and transportation, I don't know if any of you have this problem. I get the kids' attention. Even if you start a meeting, like they're all laughing, because they say, okay, we're meeting at the Keys, which is a statue at Franklin, at 9:12 a.m. Oh, why are we meeting here at 9:12 a.m.? I said, well, if I told you 9:15, would you ask me the question and would you remember what time we're meeting? And then, so the other funny thing last year is the chant that came out was, what time is it? And it's 4:88. So 4:88 ends up being 5:28. So if you ask the kids what time they meet us on Wednesday night, they meet us at 4:88 at the Keys. They're there at 5:28. So little tricks on getting these kids to remember what you say. I have the cats repeat what they heard, and we have a group that, you know, because I have 40 kids, it's hard for me to call each one. So what I do is I have a contact tree, and I text message or call 4 or 5 kids, and then, you know, it just percolates down to the other kids. Assignments. Oh, participation is key. Team organization. We have a rule, no students with their hands in their pockets. So if I have students standing around with hands in their pockets, I ask the mentor if they have a task for them to do. Or maybe one of the lead students if there's a task that they can do. I take new, so all of you are new teams, so it's a little different. I attach a new student to a mentor, think about doing this next year, or an experienced team member, and they are like glue. They go all around with each other except for when they go to the restroom, so they can experience it. What's important I have a lot of 9th graders this year. What's important is, what is the task? And sometimes you have to explain it to them more than once and be okay about that. What are the tools? And so, you know, if I ask them for a wrench and they give me a screwdriver, I tell them nice try, but I really need a 3/16 wrench, and it kind of looks like this. And don't feel bad that you didn't know that, because a lot of other people didn't know that. And if you need help for the student, be sure to use the word show me how. All of our mentors are there to show you how to do things, and the senior students, the ones that are returning. And then when something is done, we actually celebrate at the end of the meeting saying, hey, this is what we've done. And we did a little bit of struggle, but we got it going. So for example, right now my kids are, the last meeting they were doing line following. They were learning how to program line following. Not on the LabVIEW format, but on the next format. So they've never done line following before. I have enough mentors that we can have people who observe to make sure that the kids all stay engaged. Usually the first 2 or 3 weeks, making sure they stay engaged. I actually have a couple of special need kids, so we have to, they will walk away because they're sometimes shy, but we will pull them in. So that's been probably one of my, you know, what hits me in the heart the most is that I've got some pretty neat special need kids who actually find something that they can do.